Okay, we give it a second. So, hello, I am Moose,
I'm Red.
and welcome to the Red Moose Podcast. Today, we're discussing budget traveling because I just went on a trip, and we happen to go on trips a lot. And the biggest thing that we do is we just budget travel the entire time because I'm not rich, and
I'm definitely not rich. I'm in a lot of debt, actually. So, we're being honest here. So,
crippling.
yes, crippling debt. It's expensive out here in these streets, y'all. I live in Oklahoma and I'm barely making it. It's crazy.
Dude, it's crazy. It's one of those things I can always find money for a trip when I want to do it.
hmm
But I also will go and have like rice cakes for like 4 days straight.
I do something similar, but usually I got off of the ramen kick. Now it's just kind of like rice and protein. So I feel like one of those prepping bros that prep all of their meals, but in reality, I'm just poor.
They've stolen our culture.
Yeah.
Cancel them. Cancel the gym bros. They're stealing your culture.
Seriously, they have been for years. It's unfortunate. Like they hop on it like it's brand new. It's insane. Anyway, so Moose.
I got back from Colorado earlier today. I went for 2 days. I flew in. What was that? Like I got there at noon to Denver on Tuesday. Today's Thursday. Got there at noon Tuesday, and we went around. We drove from Denver to Colorado Springs, and we went and what did I do the first night? We went and ate. First thing when we got there, we went to BJ's and we went and got Pazookies. These it's real nice desserts, and because we had the view of the mountains, then we went driving through it, just kind of looking at everything that we could for the night, and then the next day, we got up, went to Waffle House. Oh, also, we got to our Airbnb because there's four of us, so we split an Airbnb. The plane tickets were about $40 each. We just look at all. You can find cheap airline tickets. You go in to all these websites like 2 days before, and you're gonna be able to find cheap tickets. I promise you that. I think the most I've ever spent on a ticket was about $150, and that's because I had to do it. Because I had to do it. But don't be spending $500-600 on tickets. You just don't need it. Go on third-party websites. I know sometimes they're a little sketchy. Make sure they have good reviews. Highly recommend that. But we went in the morning. We went to Waffle House, then Pikes Peak, then Cave of the Winds, and then mini golfing. Because 4 adult men. It's raining. We're gonna go mini golfing. There's nothing better to do. Pikes Peak was incredible. It's the tallest mountain in North America that you can drive up. So we're up there for about 2 hours, and we went down, and we didn't know it, but there's a place called Cave of the Winds, and it's this massive underground cave system. And so I took I have an Osmo Pocket 3, so I went and took videos the entirety of the way. So that's gonna be posted on our YouTube channel here in a little bit after we get done with this episode. So that was interesting. And then we went to a place called Lost Island. And so it was King Kong and dinosaur themed.
Did you get lost when you were there? Or you got lost on.
I will say this now. I got lost in the sauce because I fucking suck at mini golf. I am terrible. It's so bad. It was $8.50 a person, and it was about an hour and a half worth of fun. And you're with the boys. You get 2 beers, just having a great time. I shot like 6. It's like a par. Like you can't go over 6. It's like a par 2. If you go over 6, you just done. It won't let you go over 6.
Oh, how does that work?
Because
Is it all electronic or how?
No. You're just not supposed to. I mean, you could have, but it's like
okay.
Yeah, but
It's just
I went. I got 1 hole-in-one. Phenomenal. I'm the only one to do it. I also had 4 holes, but I went all 6. I had to use all 6 to get it in. I lost, of course, but I had a great time doing it.
Yeah.
So overall,
winners usually don't have as good of a time as losers do. That's for sure. That's how you know you really.
They didn't throw the damn club. I did.
If you ever look at the losers in the world too, they always look like they're having fun. So
I've never looked at a war zone and been like, I know they're having a good time.
Well, I didn't mean in that context. I just meant like the guys with like an eyebrow piercing and hair that's really long but unkept and.
I don't remember Hill Dog looking at Trump and I really like losing. No.
Oh my.
All right. So yeah, Colorado, I loved it. It wasn't that expensive. I did the cheaper stuff. The cave tour was like $28 per person. A little expensive, but it's again, you got this place, it's a couple hours worth of cave. It's pretty cool. Pikes Peak, of course it's fun. And then, you go exploring when you're on the mountain. Don't fall off, don't be stupid.
Right.
And then stuff like just mini golfing. I mean, you don't really think about it, but you're there with your you're there with your friends, you're there with your family.
You're there with your what?
The homies.
Oh yeah.
He wanted me to say
I
homosexual.
thought he said you there with the homies, and I think if you rewind right now and you actually listen to what he said, I think you're gonna find out that he said homos and then he corrected himself and said homies.
I call him my homosexual because he's my little homosexual friend. He my little twink.
It's better than doing some like bars.
So I told about we also go on trips a lot together. So we'll talk about our group, the one me and him went on here in a couple minutes. Tell about the last trip that you went on.
The last trip I went on was with you.
The one before that, jackass. Like, I just explained the concept.
Oh, okay.
I just explained to the audience. I already explained it to you earlier. You're supposed to know what's going on.
Me, the last trip that I've been on. So I went to California with my mom and my aunt, and we actually went to Big Bear. We go every year with some of my family members. We have a family reunion up there, and it's Big Bear Lake in California, outside of LA. So we usually fly into Ontario just so that we can avoid LAX. It sucks if you've ever been through LAX. Anybody that has,
it does.
I think anybody can attest to that. You do.
I had to take an Uber to my hotel from LAX one time, and it said like $40, and I was okay. We hit traffic, and it ended up with like $89. I was pissed.
Yeah, and you probably didn't even go that far, did you?
I went like 4 or 5 miles.
It's insane.
I should have just walked it.
Mm-hmm. It's almost better. So,
I think I took the bus the next day.
Oh, to get back?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's a nightmare in LAX. But so we avoided all that, and we went up to the mountains, and we always have a good time when we go up there. Big Bear City is up there. Big Bear Lake City. And it's a little town that's called The Village, actually. They have a lot of really cool spots, local places. They have a lot of local stores where people actually make, they're artisans. They make what they sell, and that's really cool because I feel like that's a dying thing.
Yeah.
So they have a lot of local shops like that, but a lot of what we do is we spend a quality time with each other. We play a lot of dominoes, so that trip is not super eventful. No, not really. I mean, I don't think it's very gay whenever the Dominicans be slamming down dominoes and they're like, man.
I shouldn't say that.
Yeah, but, we play a lot of Mexican Train. It's fun. It's very competitive. We play a lot differently than a lot of people play. Because they have Big Bear rules. So.
Oh, okay.
But it gets very competitive, and we play through an entire domino set, so we'll play 13 rounds. And that's one game. 13 rounds.
I don't even know how to play dominoes.
Dominoes is a matching game. So you match the dots or the numerical value of that domino to another one with the same numerical value. So if you have something that has a 5 on it, you match the 5 to the 5.
Okay.
They go together. And then some people play dominoes based on points, where you only get points if you're ending in 5s around, right? So it has to be divisible by 5, so 5, 10, 15, 20, and you get points. That's how most people play dominoes. Train, it's a little bit different. It's an elimination game. You don't want any at the end of each round. Because then
it's like Uno.
Almost, because when we do say Uno, that's a Big Bear rule. When we have one domino left.
So it's Uno with dominoes.
Almost, because if you end up with any dominoes left over, then you receive points for those dominoes, but you want the least amount of points. So points aren't a good thing.
Uno with golf rules.
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so now we've combined dominoes and golf, which that would be a really interesting experiment to see how that goes. I don't know if you would hit a domino piece into a hole, or if you would, what's another way that could work?
You play around a dominoes then you have to make a hole in the amount of points you had.
Oh, that would be interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a good concept actually.
it's not bad. Yeah,
God, we're smart guys.
I'm gonna edit this part out just in case I ever want this idea for the future.
You never know when something's gonna be big. You know.
I know, right? Who would have thought pickleball?
I don't know. I think all of the arthritis associations and the knee companies like it, like all of the people that are into the aesthetic knee wraps and all of the
Like that one girl
brace
in high school
companies.
always had to have a brace.
They're really into it. If you ever go to a pickleball convention, you know it's all
Pickleball convention?
Yeah, they have those, or like the tournaments. They have vendors all over the place, and it's almost all about knee injuries. And I think it's a big conspiracy that they are all in on it.
It's like a placebo.
No, it's not even a placebo because people get knee injuries from playing
Oh.
pickleball. They've got older people who are playing it because it's less stressful than tennis, they say, because you're not running as far. That's why it's very friendly for people that are older because it's not as physically involved. But it is because it's a high impact sport on your knees because you're changing directions whenever you're running. Right. Yeah, so I think it's a big conspiracy. They're out to get the olds.
It's the knee companies, folks. You heard it here first.
It's big
knee.
big knee. Big knee.
On the topic, okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna backtrack like 1 second. On the topic of honey, would you try psychedelic honey if it was legal?
Like what kind of psychedelics would be in it? I don't.
There's like the mad honey that makes you like see like your worst nightmares,
Is it
and
just,
then like the happy. This is real stuff.
is it
Like
fermented though? That's
no,
what I'm
it's
trying to
natural.
understand.
Like you're getting it. This is like straight from the honeycomb. It's a special type of bee in South America, and it just fucks you up, and then you have like apparently the greatest high ever afterwards.
That'd be really interesting.
Yeah, like from what I understand, you have like 20 minutes. I could be misinterpreting this. This is what I understand about it. No research right now, all right, folks. I'll come back next episode. I'll be able to tell you if I'm wrong.
We don't have a media guy to fact check all of our stuff.
I have one camera.
So,
All right, I don't got shit.
We
all right?
are the media guys. We are the media guys.
Our computer's using to run the software, so you know we got to take what we got to get right now. Yeah, but so would you do it? Like you see like nightmares for like 45 minutes, like
that sounds awful.
And then you have the greatest high ever for like 5 straight hours after that. You're on top of the world for 5 hours.
That almost sounds like ayahuasca, but or like a good trip, bad trip situation because I think that's all psychedelics. It depends on the train of thought that you're going into it and if you have a goal to obtain whenever you're on a trip because otherwise there's a lot of people that just trip to trip and you shouldn't trip to trip. This is my opinion. I'm not saying that I'm an expert because I'm not, and this is without research, of course.
We're just two idiots that bought mics.
We're speculating here, but my opinion would be that if you do a psychedelic, you have to go into it with a certain train of thought. Otherwise, you're going to have a bad trip and you will probably lose your mind for however long that trip lasts. Maybe it's a short trip. Maybe it's a long trip. Maybe it feels like a really long trip. I don't know.
I like the Family Guy episode when Brian's tripping and they're all stuck inside. Have you seen that one?
I haven't. No.
At one point, he goes, he's in the bathroom with a pair of scissors, and he's like this, and Stewie walks in and finds him, and Brian goes like this. I'm gonna cut off my ear to prevent World War II. Fucking cuts off his ear and it falls to the ground. Stewie goes, ah, fuck.
Oh gosh, that's rough. Yeah, see,
You're welcome for all the earphone listeners that just gotta hear me yell. You usually gotta pay for that.
You don't even have to get it from your workplace anymore. You can just get it from listening to the podcast.
Bro, don't get yelled at by your boss. Just have me do it. I'm loud enough. I'll yell at you in a fun way though. You know, I won't degrade you.
It's gonna get you hyped up. The last thing you'll hear is his voice, because then you'll be deaf.
All right. I would like us to talk about our Austin trip now. We're going to get right back on track.
Oh, yeah, right back on track.
On our most recent group trip that me and him have done, would you like to describe the nature of the trip?
Okay, so this came about. Moose and I. Hold up, give me a second. Let me think of where to start with this. So I planned to go to, or no, Moose came to me and he's like, I haven't been to a water park all summer.
Yeah, that's how this started.
That is how it started. And I was like, oh, really? Well, have you ever been to Schlitterbahn? And he's like, no, what the hell is that? And then, and so it's the largest, I think it's the largest water park in North America.
I think it still currently is.
Still, but the one in New Braunfels, Texas. And I was like, well, I've never been, and I was like, he's never been. So we decided that we should go because he wanted to go to a water park.
Gonna go run it back.
So yeah, so we looked at flights and we could not really get to Austin reasonably. So we landed on San Antonio because both of them are kind of equidistant from New Braunfels. We ended up booking our flight. We flew into San Antonio. Well, he worked overnight the night before.
I did. I worked midnight.
And so you got off at what?
I got off at I got out early because I scheduled clock off early. I got out of there at 4:30. I went home, showered, and I made the 6 o'clock flight.
That's right, because I took the 5 o'clock out, and Moose was just behind me by an hour. We were taking so I landed in DFW at the time that he was taking off out of where we live, and because it's under wraps. And
yeah, for right now, we'll let it slip, and we
yeah.
might have let it slip this episode. Realistically,
it's gonna get found out, but he was an hour behind me flying in there. We got to New Braunfels. I was able to rent a car and pull around. I mean, I rented the car and got in it maybe 4 minutes before he landed, and then he called me, and I was able to just swing by and pick him up. It worked out perfectly, and then we got there so early that we didn't really have time to check into a hotel or anything. So, because we had booked that, so we went to Walmart.
We went to Walmart because you needed a shirt and shoes, and then we went to HEB because I've never been to HEB before.
I took him to HEB for the first time, which if all of my non-Texans that don't know about HEB, maybe Moose can speak a little bit to HEB and his experience there.
It was like a class. It was like Buc-ee's on steroids. It's like a nice Walmart. It's like, it was weird. It was classy. I want to say like classy grocery shopping. It was a very neat experience.
It's the most amazing grocery store in the United States, possibly in the world. But I'm a little bit biased towards HEB, and it's not because I'm from Texas. It's actually just because I think part of it is that I'm used to the layout, but then I also worked for HEB years ago.
Yeah.
And they're really great to their employees. So shout out HEB for really being great to your employees, or partners is what they call them. But anyway, so we went to HEB, which is the most phenomenal grocery store in North America and possibly the world. And do you know what it stands for?
No.
It stands for Howard Edward Butt. He's the founder of HEB.
But
B-U-T-T.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Howard Edward Butt. Yep. And it's more than 100 years old company, actually. And anyway, we went there. We went to Chick-fil-A. We got some breakfast.
We did get some breakfast. Then we went to Walmart right after that. Then we went to the water park.
That's right. And then we drove to Schlitterbahn. We were able to get a steal on tickets. Now, Schlitterbahn. Okay, so the ticket situation is we went on a bonus day. So if anybody runs into that terminology when it comes to Schlitterbahn, it means that the whole entire park is not open. It's only part of the park that's open. So there was a third of it that was open.
It's two halves. It's the west side and the east side.
Mm-hmm.
And the east side was open, but the main attraction over there is called the Falls, and it's been damaged at the beginning of the season and it wasn't open. And that's what I kind of wanted to go for.
So we missed out on more than half of the park, unfortunately. But we went there all day. This is after no sleep and travel. And
I'm thugging it out.
Yeah, because you'd been up for at least 24 hours. I had been up,
yeah,
I think the same amount of time. And Yeah, so we're both kind of drained in this Texas sun. It was what was it 100 degrees that day?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so it was hot, it was humid, but thankfully a lot of the park is very friendly to that, so we didn't completely suffer. It was
It was
actually
a water
we
park.
were having a lot of fun. I had a lot of
I had a
fun,
great time.
and
The funnest ride for me personally, there's a ride, it's almost like hidden. It's going like, it launches you into a lazy river at like Mach 15. It's crazy. There's just all these other rides that have these massive weights, and like this one, no one's really at. I'll go over.
and it almost didn't even have a sign for the entrance, from what I remember too.
They what?
You just kind of walk up to it, and then there's just a lifeguard that's standing there waiting for you to jump in, and you're like, what does
There's
this
this
even
big
do?
ass pipe, and then you have to go underneath, and he goes, "You can go." I'm like, "What am I supposed to do?" He goes, "You just sit down and go with the flow, my man." I'm looking at him, he's, "Yeah, I'm having a great time." I'm like, all right, I just go, and it launches you.
Yeah, it does. It just launches you right into the lazy river, and the lazy river is propelled also all the way around. Really,
Yes.
it's not very lazy. I'll put it that way. It's a little bit faster than lazy rivers, but it was a good pace, and it's
It was
fun because
fun.
it kept you going fast enough that you were above the water the whole time, and you didn't even really have to.
No, I
You
hadn't
didn't
to
have
do
to
anything.
swim at all. It was kind of crazy. Like, and we didn't have inner tubes or anything, because when you go through it, you just launch your body into this launch launch sequence, launch pattern,
I'm
launch
letting you.
launcher. I don't know what the hell to call it. But
Any of them?
you just get launched out, and then I'm gonna say launch again, just so that I can say launch. If you want to say launch, you can also say launch.
Launch.
And it's a weird word. Oh my gosh, I don't want to think.
Is it a weird word?
Launch? Yeah, launch. Launch.
It's just a word. Why is it weird?
It's just weird. Listen to it.
Gustav is a weird word, not launch.
Gustav? That's
Yeah.
not even an English word.
I know, it's weird.
No, launch is an English word. It's weird. Anyway, so
Let's move on.
yeah, we're moving on from launch. We're launching away from it. And so
Houston, get ready to launch.
I would be very scared. Okay, so we went to the hotel after we left Schlitterbahn. And
It's in downtown San Antonio.
yeah, so we drove down to downtown San Antonio, and
Hotel Gibbs.
Hotel Gibbs. It's right beside the Alamo. And so we get up to the room,
You better out me.
and Moose goes, "Where's the Alamo?" And I was like, "Open the curtains, look out the window. We are right next to the Alamo."
I opened the curtains and I just see like a building, some trees, and a bunch of other high rises. Like, isn't it supposed to be like a little desert fort? And he walks over and goes, "It's that building right there." I was like, "That's it? What are we talking about here?" He's like, "Yeah."
He didn't remember the Alamo.
One of my favorite scenes. Again, I brought it up to you at the time, and I showed you the clip. An American Dad episode. The Principal Lewis has Steve's friend Snot in the principal's office, and he's in there, and it doesn't. There's no context to why he's in detention. And at the end of the scene, he goes, "Mr. Lewis, can I go back to class? Can I be out of detention?" And Mr. Lewis goes, "Yeah. But stop pointing out inaccuracies in our textbooks. You remember the Alamo and you will like it."
Yeah, yeah. Oh, the Alamo.
The Alamo.
But yeah, so what we took a power nap. We went out to some bars in San Antonio
It
that
was
night.
fun. We met some cool people that I'm friends with on TikTok now.
We did meet some very cool people, and I met them actually going into the bathroom, and on the way to the bathroom. Okay, so
I'm eating pizza and I'm having a beer because we just been in one bar and I'm hungry, so we stop and I'm eating pizza, having a beer, and he goes, "I'm gonna go to the bathroom." It's like 20 minutes later when he pulls back up. But say your piece.
So I had to walk from one bar into another bar from their back door in order to get to a bathroom. And whenever I walked by these people taking photos, and I was like, "Oh, my bad." Like, they had their phone propped up on this pool table, and I was like, "Sorry, my bad." And then I came back out, and I was like, and then they go, I again walked through their photos again. I'm like, I'm so sorry. And then they go, do you want to take pictures with us? And I was like, yeah, I do. And then so we took some fun pictures. And then I was like, oh, my friend's eating over here. Maybe I should go check on him if y'all want to come and hang out. We're visiting. And they were also all visiting. So we hit it off with them. We went to one bar inside of this like kind of secluded off area. And then we ended up going to Pegasus.
It's called Pegasus.
In San Antonio, and they had a karaoke night that was going on.
You sang Judas by Lady Gaga. I am a huge Gaga fan, and I had the chance to prove it off in front of a bunch of gays. Hype Man of the Year, by the way.
Yes, there were people twerking to Judas, which I've never seen before in my life, and there were people that were hollering at him, but in a very positive manner. I've never seen so much support for a song being sung at karaoke in my entire life. Actually.
Bro, I know what they wanted, and they wanted some Gaga.
He knew what the gays wanted, and he gave the gays what they deserve, which is a Lady Gaga song. It's Judas.
Then one of the people we met, her name was Bo. She goes by Bo the Zoologist on TikTok and Instagram. She's going to be a zoologist, so she was telling me about like zoology facts, and then we ended up singing. It's so fun when you meet people like that. It's one of the people that he met, because you'll meet someone like that, then you realize like they're really smart, and then we're gonna go sing a song together while we're drinking. It's an amazing balance.
It is. It's a good experience just to meet people.
Oh yeah, it was a lot of fun.
There's a lot of bonding moments that happen at bars, and that's one of the reasons I've always been very social whenever I go to bars, and that's usually whenever I first moved to anywhere that I've moved in my life, the first thing I do is I go out to the bars because I go and try to meet people that are, either like-minded or just get some kind of perspective
on who's what.
On what's what and where I'm actually living, because every place that I've moved, I'd never been here before I moved here. I'd never been to Austin before I moved to Austin, minus once whenever I was younger. I had never been to Houston, really, into the parts of town that I lived in until I moved there. So, I mean, it's an interesting experience. You get a touch point. I've always had a touch point person at each place that I've moved that I've branched out, and I'm friends with every single person that I've been a touch point with any city I've moved to. It's really cool. So anyway, so we went to Pegasus, and then we ended up at the Eagle in San Antonio.
That was odd. That was odd for me.
It was dead. It was so dead. Like, there was 2 people at the bar other than myself and Moose, and the bartender was fun. At least he was having a good time. And then that one guy, what was he talking to you about? I don't even remember.
He was trying to talk to me about Transformers for some reason.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I don't remember why, but he was like, do you like Optimus Prime? I'm like, this is the weirdest way anyone's ever started a conversation with me. But I fucking love Optimus Prime, actually. You've triggered the autism. Thank you very much for bringing it up. Shockwave and Soundwave are probably my favorite duo from Transformers. We're not going to get into that right now. We're just not going to do it.
We're not going on the Transformers right now.
Yeah, we're not going to do that right now.
But, so...
I could, though.
I
could, though.
So then we called it a night, and we went back to our hotel room. We slept well. Then the next day, well, I slept really well.
This motherfucker snores so loud, it's ungodly. I forgot my earplugs. Because after the last time, I wear earplugs when Joe's around. You also did at the lake house. I'm pissed more now. I just thought about that.
Did I really?
You woke up Doug. Little man Doug.
Did I really?
Yeah.
No way. Was I really snoring out there? I don't
Small side tangent. We're going to make it quick. My family owns a lake house. Granny owns the lake house. Rules with Granny. We get to go do whatever we want to the lake house. 6 bedrooms at a lake here where we live. It's very nice. Granny got it from the DEA auction back in the 90s. Very, very cheap because it was an old drug house that she just renovated because my grandfather could do that back in the day. So the rules are we take her to mass Sunday morning, and if there's any women, they have wine hour with the woman. She's awesome. But we were down there, and Joe snored so loud that he woke up the little man, Doug. We call him little man because he's like 5 inches shorter than me. He's still like 5'8".
I think he's taller than me.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'8" and 3/4.
I'm 6'2". So, he's my little man. He's just quiet. So I call him little man. It's very funny. Very sweet guy. You just woke him up and he's like, why is he snoring like that? I had to go push you over again.
He said something?
Yeah. I had to go, ugh.
I don't quite believe that. I'm in awe. I don't think I was snoring.
We'll make a phone call right now, my brother in Christ.
You can. Go ahead. Make a phone call. Make a phone call. This is what we do. Can you Bluetooth it on here? Do you want to try it?
Not right now. This thing is so complicated to use.
Oh, okay.
You're not calling Instagram anymore?
Did you say change your last name? I don't like your last name. You should change it. Don't do that. Legacies. So, but
we're gonna continue on.
Yeah.
The next morning we woke up and we'll give you guys like a price breakdown at the end. Like this is just all the activities that we did. The tickets to Schlitterbahn were $44 a person. The car was I think $80 for 2 days.
It was more than that. We were there for 4 days.
We were there for 4 days?
Yeah, and it was $20 a day, including the tax and the fees and everything.
We were there for 4 days.
Yeah.
Shit.
So
I lose track of time.
I actually got a really good deal on Priceline. Is where I go to rent cars. If anybody's curious, that's where I go to rent cars because they got really good deals.
Hotel Gibbs wasn't that expensive, and neither was the other two places. The other place we stayed at 3 nights, 4 days. That's how it was.
Yeah, 3 nights, 4 days.
What was it was called the Avid Hotel. It's kind of a newer chain. I've been seeing them pop up. They're pretty nice, pretty cheap. So
they're decent. They remind me of like the Holiday Inns from whenever they first did their remodel back in like 2016 is what they remind me of. They're pretty nice.
Yeah, I'd say that.
Mm-hmm. But so what? We got up. We went to the Riverwalk.
We did the Alamo. Went to the Riverwalk.
Yeah, we did go. You remembered.
I did remember.
You remembered the Alamo. That's
because
good.
It was free. And we like free things when we're budget traveling. Riverwalk, free. We went and had...
we went to Shiloh's.
Shiloh's.
It's a local place in San Antonio, German restaurant, and they have homemade root beer that they do not make in the restaurant. They make it in somewhere else in San Antonio, and they bring it in barrels. It's delicious.
It's very vanilla-y. I highly recommend it.
Mm-hmm.
It's very good.
Very good. If you go down to San Antonio, go to Shiloh.
Right, it's right there next to the Riverwalk. I mean, you cannot miss it.
Mm-mm. So, and then
from there we left the hotel, which the Hotel Gibbs was pretty nice. It's definitely like it's a boutique hotel. So, they charge a little bit more, but I mean, it's still not. It was still
I think it was an old bank or something. They had really cool elevators that were inoperable, of course, but
I think they were just illegal to use nowadays.
Because they had completely cut them off the floors above. Did you notice that? Like they completely I didn't
even notice that.
Yeah, they floored over it, and it was just a face. So they kept the actual old doors as. Did you notice that? No.
I couldn't remember. It's been a few trips.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a while ago since we did this.
So
it's only been like 5 weeks actually. Now that I say it, because we did that.
Has it even been that long?
We did that, then immediately it was the lake house, and then it was Colorado for me.
You're right, it's quick. But we drove to Austin, and on the way to Austin, we went up 35, where they have a huge infrastructure project going to expand 35.
Crazy,
and it's the whole way. Yeah,
it's the whole way.
It's insane. Whenever that's done, it's going to be an engineering. I think it's going to.
It's gonna be. I might be terrified to drive on it. So there's like the road down here, the actual highway, and then like 50 feet up is the other highways. It's gonna be cool. But are they gonna keep both open at the same time?
Yeah. One's to bypass the city, and then one is to go into the city. It's to keep the traffic. It's for trucks, because trucks cause all of that traffic that's on I-35. Huh. So that'll be incredible when it's done. And it started raining on the way. We had just almost made it to Austin. I told them, watch, if it starts raining, we're going to be going 15 miles an hour. So it started raining. And everybody, so in case anybody watching this or listening to this is from California, just so you know, water does fall from the sky, and it's okay. It's okay. It falls from the sky. You do not have to go 15 miles an hour. You can go.
As a Texan, you really beef with Californians a lot.
Yeah, because those poor people, they just don't know. I don't, and people will be like, "Oh, California's the greatest state ever." Well, not really. Y'all are overregulated, overtaxed. You poor people, y'all are like, "Oh, we would survive because we produce the most agriculture." Like, I think 70% of your agricultural import or exports is actually almonds. So, unless you plan on eating almonds your whole life, if you think you're ever going to secede from the union, probably not a great idea. Especially if you're allergic to nuts, then it's really not a good idea. That or you're gonna have to go outside and eat grass, but y'all don't get enough rain to get grass, so never mind. You can't really do that. But full circle here, back to rain. But yeah, so it's okay to drive faster in the rain as long as you can see. Okay, so we got to Austin.
We get to Austin. We go drop our shit off the hotel. We go meet one of his buddies
Yeah,
at Papa Bado's, where
Papados.
Papados, where all three of my cards decline for no reason.
Well, what did you eat?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, what did you order, man?
I decided I always like to get one nice meal at a restaurant. Everywhere I go, I splurge on one meal. That's how I do budget trips. Everyone always kind of tells me like either they really like that idea or they really don't. I don't give a shit. I like the idea, and so I got the surf and turf. So it came out with this beautiful 10-ounce filet mignon, very 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 nice, and then I got the full lobster. It was cool. It was like $100 for the meal. That's okay. I can pay that. Give him the first card. Declines. Like, okay. It's tough. Use my business card. Declines. I'm like, I'm gonna use the emergency debit card. Declines again. I was like, I have no idea what's going on. The bank turned off all my cards because I went from the week before that, I was in Mexico, Vegas, LA, and Florida within a span of a week, and now I'm in Texas. So they just shut off all my cards because they thought some type of fraud was going on.
Understandable. At least your bank's looking out.
At least my bank's looking out. Really, really hurts when you try to be cool at a restaurant and get food.
And order a surf and turf.
Order surf and turf, and all of a sudden one of the other guys.
Oh shit! I can't pay.
Yeah, one of the other guys has to pay. That's real. That's a real bad look,
But Daddy G ended up paying for us.
Daddy
G.
He the best.
G. Yeah. Shout out Daddy G.
Would you like to explain Daddy G?
Daddy G is so I met Daddy G whenever I lived in Austin. We met through mutual friends bowling one night, and we immediately hit it off. And Daddy G is twice my age.
He doesn't look it. Like he said at his age, and I looked at him. I was like, "Fuck, you talking about?" I thought he was maybe 30, maybe 35.
No, he goes, "Bitch." His words were, "Bitch, how old do you think I am?"
And I go, 20, 29, 30, 33.
And then he goes, "Oh," and he's like laughing, like hitting my knee, and I'm like, "Okay, yeah."
I was like, "What? How old are you?" He goes, "I'm 50." I was like, "You're what?" It's 50. The gays age wildly.
Some age really awful, and some just age beautifully. And Daddy G definitely. What's crazy is that we were just talking about that earlier in the earlier clips when I said some people.
Yeah, we did a test clip, and basically we talked about the twinks for about 8 straight minutes, and about how they age wild. So we'll have to post that clip.
Maybe that, or we could make it bonus content. Nobody's doing that with me. I'm not corrupt. I'm just greedy. There's a difference.
We're just poor.
Yeah,
we're just poor.
I'm very poor. If anybody wants to pay my bills, let me know, but I mean, not really. I'm okay. But, if you want to support us, then, you could send us money. I don't know how. We'll find out.
I'll set it up. Yeah, we do that. Then Daddy G pays for it. We don't like saying our friends' names just yet because, first podcast. We haven't really talked to anyone about that we're doing this yet.
Yeah.
So, but we went out that night and it was phenomenal. I am not gay. I think the gay clubs are fun.
Back up. To start, so I talked to Daddy G and I was like, hey, so where, I want to take him down to 6th Street because he's never been to Austin before. And Daddy G thought that was a good idea too. because me and Daddy G are both and so we so whenever we go down to Sixth Street, as we're because now Sixth Street is much different than it used to be. People who are not aware of what Sixth Street is, it's a huge party street down in Austin. It's very historic, and they have changed how the whole entire place operates. So now the way Sixth Street works is there's actually driving traffic that's allowed through there. So they no longer close the streets off on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, actually, I think were the nights that they closed it down because it's a college
Yeah.
town. So Thursday nights are big. And so now there's through traffic, and they have put up fencing along part of 6th
That
Street.
was weird.
It is weird, and I'm not used to it at all, so it was really bizarre for me to see. And so, like a block and a half, almost 2 blocks from starting from 35 and then going west into 6th Street, there's no bars, there's no business, there's no nothing. It's all closed, and these are all old bars that I used to visit, not necessarily frequent, but it's very odd to go back and see all of that change after I think it's changed in the past year or two. And
That's
then
crazy.
COVID killed, like, really made it hard on a lot of those establishments, but now they're just gone. It was the same thing with the music venues in Austin.
Yeah.
Almost all of them shut down, and it's the live music capital of the world. And then I don't know where people perform now. I have no idea, because a lot of those were venues that people would perform in.
I think a lot of them just went to Nashville.
Maybe, but that's like country music. A lot of what came up from Austin was like different. There's a lot of rock that started there. There's a lot of like more indie music, I guess. There's a lot of hippie artists that have started there. There's a lot of rappers have started in Austin too, hip hop performers, all sorts. And I don't know what's going on with that, honestly, so I can't really speak to it, but it's sad. But that's why 6th Street was a little bit sad. We did end up at this god awful bar that rips people off.
Oh my god, the one that charges $84 for 3 drinks.
They charged Daddy Dree $84 for 3 drinks, and the bartender was obviously trying to take advantage of my friend because he is older. And it's just unacceptable. I think that's ridiculous. And if you know that drinks are going to be that expensive, you should at least give a heads up as a bartender, you would think. But either she gets a cut of it, I'm sure, or she thought she's going to get a big
What was it called?
tip.
Wild Greg's?
Wild Greg. Oh, Greg.
Oh,
Let me find the name of it.
it was ridiculous because they go, "Do you guys want doubles?" And we're like, "I mean, yeah."
She upsold us. That's the other thing. She upsold us without telling us that it was going to be that expensive.
It was an odd take.
Let's see. Yeah, we can always cut stuff up.
From there, we ended up we just went up and down 6th Street. I think I bought like 2 drinks during that because, we're still on a budget trip. So we're still doing a bunch of stuff for free. And we're just going out and seeing every different bar because I've never been and I want to see the differences of them. Because I thought it was pretty neat. I know it's called Wild Greg Saloon.
It is called Wild
Yeah.
Greg Saloon. Yeah, so fuck Wild Greg Saloon. The staff is rude. I did get a pat down going in, though. It was kind of hot. I enjoyed it.
Is that where the guy? It was that place where the worker offered me Coke.
Oh my god, that's insane.
Yeah, that's when I was in the bathroom. I was just washing my hands. He goes, "Hey man," I go, "What up, homie? How's it going?" He's the janitor. He's like, "You want some Coke?" I'm like, "No, thank you. I have a job I would like to keep." He goes, "Okay, have a great night." I go, and that was it.
Wild times.
It was cool.
Wild times.
Yeah.
Good times. So then I was like, I wanted to take Moose down to 4th Street, which is the little gay corner of Austin, and we took a pedicab over.
We did take a pedicab over. That was fun. That was funny.
They're fun. A lot of the pedicab drivers, they try to do their best. And shout out to pedicab drivers because they have a hard job. It's very physically demanding. They deal with a lot of drunk, irate people who are rude.
Yeah.
So shout out to them. They do the Lord's work, getting drunk people from place to place. Good on them. and they're staying in shape. So like low key, they're the ones really running in
They
line.
were also playing Lady Gaga because I requested it. Dude, Lady Gaga or Riri, whenever you're like a little bit white girl music in general. It's the Lord's work. I will shake ass to Rihanna.
I witnessed it.
It was awesome.
I witnessed him doing that, and that's when we went to
Highland.
Highland. We walked in just because what did I tell you originally? I was like, I want you to pay attention to what's going, like what this place looks like now, and then what it's gonna look like whenever we come back. I was like, just look around because it's a huge club. It's 3 stories. It's pretty big.
It's very big, and so we got the stamp so we can come back later. But you know, where we live, there's not many clubs. I've always lived here, so I like going and experiencing the other ones. And there wasn't like any like good straight clubs in Austin. It was very odd. Like none of them were that fun that we went to first. Now we could go experience what's supposed to be the more fun ones, the gay clubs. So what was the oil can, right?
Yeah, we went to Oil Can Harry's on 4th Street. Very old bar. It's since changed ownership multiple times over the years. But it's very chill. I think it's more chill. There is still a lot of dancing that happens there.
Still clubbing it up, you know. Still dancing and stuff.
The vibes. What were your thoughts and on vibes and how it went?
Everyone is a lot more relaxed. Like I will say, like regular bars right now, it's almost like the boys versus the girls. Because I'm not gonna approach a woman right now at a bar. I'm too large of a dude. I feel like I'm gonna be intimidating because I'm told I am. So I'm always afraid to make the first move because I don't want to come off as weird. There wasn't that at the gay club. All right, they're just like come dance. I'm like, oh yeah, it was awesome. There's no like, oh do I go out the dance floor? Do I not? They're like, get a vodka Red Bull and go out there and fucking dance.
And dance your ass off. Like actually have fun.
I think we spent 2 hours there dancing, and this is like the pre-club before you go to Highland, where it's the 3-story.
Well, and then we went to Highlands.
That was great.
And whenever we got in, I don't, for some reason, I remember, and I don't know if this is just me in my head, but you going in and going, just looking around in awe at the people. But
because there was hundreds of people, and I mean, it is a gay club, and that's what it's supposed to be catered towards. There's hundreds of women in here. I was like, what's going on? And they're like, oh yeah, they're here to dance with the gays because they want to dance. I'm like, I want to dance with the gays. I get the fuck out of my way. You're taking the gay culture. You're taking his culture.
Culture thieves, straight women.
You talked about that. It was only dudes for like a long time. Then they started letting in the women.
Well, no, not it wasn't only dudes, but it's always been like male heavy because the lesbians had back in the day, especially when 6th Street was popping. The lesbians had their bars, like especially like Charlie's. They have, gosh, I can't remember the name of the other lesbian bar, but they had pretty separated spaces. Like it was like gay, because gays and lesbians a lot of the time don't get along.
Yeah, I have noticed.
Yeah, not always. I mean, I have some lesbian friends, very few, to be honest. I mean, I'm gay. I just kind of stay away from women in general most of the time because we just kind of, we're not.
My family loves him, by the way. It's so funny. Like mom and him will just sit there and talk, and I'll just go do something else because they'll be having a conversation for like 2 hours. I got shit to do, you know.
I like stable women that are married or that are older and wise. Those are the women that I get along with. I do not very much. Not saying that I don't
at the lake
always.
house. He went in there to go ask Granny if she wanted breakfast, and they came out, got breakfast, and they went back into their bedroom, and Joe went with them. I was like, okay. He came out like 3 hours later. I was like, what? Where you been? He goes,
Chatting it up with the ladies, bro. Like that's what I do. They're really cool. I enjoy talking with both of them.
It's fun,
and they enjoy talking to me. So, but I do in general just like talking to older people, at least ones that can have actual conversations. I have met a lot of old people that are very ornery and they hate their lives, and those are the people that I don't really enjoy. It's usually what I've noticed is it's usually the people that are arrogant older people, and I think arrogance is the direct antithesis of wise. So if you're arrogant, you're not wise because wise people know not to be arrogant.
I think arrogance is like almost a type of greed.
Yeah, pride. I think arrogance is pride.
It is pride. I also think you can have less pride on it, but you're arrogant out of the greed.
Oh, like trying to be the best or whatever.
Yes.
Okay, but wanting
I guess it
attention.
is pride too.
It
I guess
could
it's
be
more
it
of
could be a lot of things, honestly. And then some of it too is like projection is what I've noticed with a lot of arrogance. They want to project a certain way onto younger people or I'm better than you. Well, my generation didn't run the economy into the ground. I'll tell you that
fucking
much.
boomers.
Boomers. Boomers. Sorry if we lost you on that, boomers, but you got to face the reality.
We got
Oh, so yeah, so we
to
had a
finish
great
up our
time
tale about our budget trip.
at Highland. We had a great time. Drinks are a little bit expensive if you do have to buy them there. However, I don't believe you had that problem.
I was the most drunk I've ever been in my life out. I usually don't drink that much out because I don't like spending the money on it. But I was asked multiple times by multiple groups of people. They're just like, "Tall man, hair, come here." And I'll go, "What?" They go, "You look like Justin Herbert. You're taking shots." And I'm like, "Okay, Mr. Gaze, how many shots?" They go, "You're doing 3." I'm like, "Okay." I just did 6, but I guess I'm doing 3. I was obliterated. I found a couch and I just went like this. I was like, all right, time to go dance again. That's what we did.
And that's what we did. And then we danced the night away. And then we did get back to our hotel room. Daddy G gave us a ride back. And well,
I hopped into bed. I'm drunk. I want to go to bed. Say your piece. I know you want to.
I was laying there. I had taken a shower. I took a shower first.
I
Didn't
took a shower. No,
Well-
you didn't take a shower first. We both took showers before we went out.
Yes.
You
And
haven't
then-
taken one when we got back yet.
Oh, okay. Well, I was just kind of laying on top of the bed. I was laying on top of the bed
Yeah.
again. Yeah. And then Moose puts his covers over him like he's gonna go to bed, and whenever he like lays the cover down, there's this huge draft of air that comes by me, and it is rank. Oh my gosh! And we had been dancing all night. Okay, and
I
it's
burned
hot.
1,400 calories dancing in the span of about 6 hours.
Was it? I don't even think it was that long that we were dancing though. Yeah, so he stunk, bro. And so it's
Fuck you.
like, yeah, I was like, bro, you stink. Go take a shower.
I go take a shower. I go to bed. And like probably an hour after I fall asleep, I just hear. I go, and I just pick up Joe and I just flip him over again. It happens every time we sleep in the same room. I don't snore. I don't snore. I got video.
I think
I took Snapchat videos last time. I can bring it up.
this is inaccurate information this is misinformation that's being
Slender. I tell you,
Slander.
no, it's not. I have.
You know what's crazy is that you see he's over here saying that he's gonna pull up a video, but there's no video of me snoring. You cannot see me snoring because I do not snore.
Chat. I'll level with you. It is dark in the clip.
Mhm.
Next time we go on a trip and he snores, I'll take a full light video in his face just for you all. I got you. And then I'll put it at the very beginning of the podcast, and then I'll do this clip right here. It's just where y'all can see that I'm right.
It's not about being right. There's two types of people. There's people who are right, and there's people who are happy. And
I'm pretty fucking happy when I'm right.
Yeah, well,
I'm very happy.
The kind of person you are. I just like to tell the truth, and the truth is that I don't snore. So, myth.
Doug would disagree.
Well, oh yeah, and then we don't have Doug's number to confirm that either.
I don't have Danny's either.
Oh shit, really?
Half the people that
Wait,
were there.
Daniel?
Not Daniel, Danny. He was there.
Oh, Danny?
Yeah, I don't have his number
Oh,
either.
shit. Who's he? Well, are y'all have been friends for a while, right?
I met him that day.
Oh, you didn't know him before
No.
he showed up. Oh,
No.
shit.
They just asked if he could come, but I don't care.
But he came with Doug, right?
No, he can't. He drove by himself. That's why he showed up so late.
Oh, okay.
He's all of their friend from back in the day.
Mm. Did you go to school with him?
Homeschooled shit.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
homeschooled
he
too.
was at the homeschool group.
That's why. Okay, so he's friends with like Ethan
Andrew,
and Ethan Drew. Who else was?
Ethan, Andrew, and Daniel. He was part of their group. And then Daniel knows Doug from back in the day, but Doug went to school with Ethan up in college, so they became friends.
Yeah.
And then he just brought him over one day, and Daniel was like, "Oh, I know this guy."
Okay.
So it worked out pretty good.
So
Then we just rolled it back the next day. There's not anything more to say really on
we
the
partied.
different. We just
We
partied.
danced. We danced. We actually danced.
I think for 4 days with the 2 flights there and back, with everything that I had to eat, including the $100 meal, because I paid back. Did I pay him back?
He wasn't gonna let you, and I told you that. You'll never be able to give him money. He will not accept it.
Okay, I bought him a couple of drinks. That I did notice
Yeah.
I did have a little bit of extra money saved that I expected on spending. I think between everything, including the rental car, the hotels that I paid half for, that we did splitsies, everything. I think I spent $380 on a 4-day trip.
I think that's about right. Yeah, I think it was just under 7.
And I didn't skip out on anything. Like if I wanted something, I grabbed it. You
Yeah,
know?
it was a good trip. Like because, and that's typically how I like to travel. We say budget traveling, but a lot of the budget traveling, the budget part comes in with your major expenses, which is your flight and
Yeah.
and where you're staying. Those are the two major things, and then it can be transportation depending on where you go. But thankfully,
Don't ball out with the transportation.
it's stupid.
You don't get you don't need a Mercedes. You're going from place to place. Get something cheap. If it's a $10 a day difference,
Whatever, and you want
splurge
to be
$50,
bougie, but you're only going to be in the thing to go wherever you're going.
Yeah. And
We did do one more thing. Go ahead though.
which thing am I? No. Go ahead.
We went to Mount Bonnell, so
We did do Mount Bonnell. I did forget about that. That's my
and
bad.
we went because whenever we went up, you have to walk up several stairs to get up to the top of the mountain after you go through. Yeah, well, I mean, it's really a big hill. It's not really a mountain.
Violently hungover.
And yeah, he was
Violent.
very hungover, and I was a little bit hungover. But I did drink water, so that was good. So, but we got up to the top, and he goes, "Do we do this so that we can say that we didn't just party the whole time?" And I was like, "Yes."
I was like, "Do we go on a small hike just to say we aren't total alcoholics when we do this?" He's like, "Yeah, that's the point of this little hill." I was like, "All right, fair enough."
And it did make us less alcoholic than the people that live in Austin, Texas, because they would have been drinking while they were going up Mount Bonnell. So just so you know, we are better than them, slightly. But then we went back to the hotel and we got showered and we went out. So
Yeah, then we just ran it back.
oh, and then we ran it back, and then we actually had to leave the club before it completely closed on Saturday night, because that was Saturday night, right?
Yeah, that was Saturday night. We had to be at the airport.
Our flight left at 6 in San Antonio.
Yeah, so we left the club at 2. It was like 2:30.
Mm-hmm.
We got on the road at 2:45 to San Antonio, and we stopped at Buc-ee's because Buc-ee's is amazing.
It is.
And we ended up making it. And we're going like at a leisurely pace. We're not speeding. The 5 a.m. got delayed.
And we got on the plane, and then we got back. What time was it when we got back? Like 11 a.m. No.
I was at my house by 10:30. At one point during the adventure, if I start to feel a little heavy, because I've lost 70 pounds in the last 5.5 months. If I start to feel like a little heavy when I'm out drinking, I'll go for like a quick run. And in Austin, if you don't know, the state capitol is there. So I went on a quick jog from the club, and then about 15 minutes later, I kind of look up and I'm like, "Is that the Capitol?" And so I just stand in the middle of the road, and I took a picture of the Capitol behind me, and I just go, "Escaped my handlers." Banger move on Drunk Moose's part. That's a fire photo. So
it was a good photo. It's a good view. If you've never seen the Texas State Capitol, I highly recommend going into the Capitol. You can actually open carry a firearm inside of the Texas State Capitol. It's one of the few in the country that you can do that. You cannot conceal carry, but you can open carry. So fun fact. And if you think that whatever you're open carrying is big and you'll be able to take over the building, or that makes you nervous, don't worry. There are state troopers in there with actual machine guns, and you're fine. You are safe.
We're
So
doing good on the home front.
yeah, so Texas is, you know what, they always say that it's steers and queers, but it's also guns. So we're good.
Hell yeah! All right.
Yeah.
Steers, queers, guns, and HEB, baby.
Yeah, and HEB. Don't forget the HEB. It is the best grocery store ever. Just, I'm biased. So yeah, that was our short little adventure that we went on to San Antonio / Austin, Central Texas.
That's gonna be. I think we're gonna end up wrapping up the budget trip episode. Please comment what you guys would like to hear about us talk about next. We are frequent travelers, but we also do a lot of other stuff.
Yeah, so if you're interested in hearing other topics, or if you have what should we talk about, that's what I'm really interested to hear about from too. So if you want to drop a comment, say something that you'd like to hear us discuss or a certain topic, let us know. We'll talk about it. We'll be pretty open about what we talk about, right?
Agreed.
I think
it's pretty fun.
Yeah, it can be
pretty
really
fun being us.
We've been pretty tame throughout this entire podcast episode, I think.
I'm tired.
You're tired?
Yeah. We've really kept this entire episode very calm.
Yes.
We did a 8-minute trial before this episode to see, and that was nuts. It was a lot funnier, but want to keep it tame. Want to get our point across.
And yeah, we want to make sure that we're giving people what they actually want to watch versus, we don't want to just be rambling about nonsense. Yeah. So if we're succeeding in that, let us know. We like feedback. I like feedback.
I also like feedback.
So
this is going to be the end of our episode. I do not currently have a outro set up, so we're going to go do. Thank you.